Welcome to Open Heaven Daily Devotional. The Open Heaven Daily Devotional is written by the General Overseer of the Redeemed Christian Church of God, worldwide, Pastor Enoch Adaboy. I pray as you listen and meditate on this, may you be richly blessed in Jesus' name. Today, March 20th, 2026. The topic is the root curse. Our memory verse is taken from 2 Kings 2 verse 21, KJV. And he went forth unto the spring of the waters, and cast the salt in there, and said, Thus said the Lord, I have healed these waters, there shall not be from thence any more death or barren land. 2 Kings 2 verse 21, KJV. Bible reading. Our Bible reading is taken from 2 Kings 5 verses 20 to 27, KJV. 20 But Gehazi, the servant of Elisha the man of God, said, Behold, my master hath spared Naaman this Syrian, in not receiving at his hands that which he brought, but, as the Lord liveth, I will run after him, and take somewhat of him. 21 So Gehazi followed after Naaman. And when Naaman saw him running after him, he lighted down from the chariot to meet him, and said, Is all well? 22 And he said, All is well. My master hath sent me, saying, Behold, even now there be come to me from Mount Ephraim 2 young men of the sons of the prophets. Give them, I pray thee, a talent of silver, and 2 changes of garments. 23 And Naaman said, Be content, take 2 talents. And he urged him, and bound 2 talents of silver in 2 bags, with 2 changes of garments, and laid them upon 2 of his servants, and they bare them before him. 24 And when he came to the tower, he took them from their hand, and bestowed them in the house, and he let the men go, and they departed. 25 But he went in, and stood before his master. And Elisha said unto him, Whence comest thou, Gehazi? And he said, Thy servant went no whither. 26 And he said unto him, Went not mine heart with thee, when the man turned again from his chariot to meet thee? Is it a time to receive money, and to receive garments, and olive yards, and vineyards, and sheep, and oxen, and menservants, and maidservants? 27 The leprosy therefore of Naaman shall cleave unto thee, and unto thy seed forever. And he went out from his presence a leper as white as snow. Message. In Mark 11 verses 12 to 20, Jesus cursed the fig tree for not having fruit on it, and it dried up from its roots. I believe the detail that the tree dried up from its roots was added to let us know that curses attack roots, they always go root deep. Immediately after Jesus cursed the fig tree, the disciples could have looked behind them as they left the scene and discovered that its leaves were still green. I imagine that one of them could have said to himself, Jesus missed this one because the leaves on the tree are still as green as ever. Little did they know that the curse was already taking effect from the tree's roots. Beloved, be careful of curses, especially divine curses. If a man curses another man, it can be reversed by another man with a higher spiritual authority. However, when it is a divine curse, no one can reverse it, except God. There are several people who have been cursed but still look green. For example, a fellow might break away from his or her local church in a malicious manner and still look fine on the outside. However, the fellow's roots might have been affected, and with time, the consequences will begin to manifest. If you remove a branch from a tree, it dies instantly, however, it is not immediately apparent. It is only after a while that it will start turning yellow before it eventually turns black. When it is yellow, people might think it is prosperous, only to discover later that it was actually dying. In today's Bible reading, when Elisha pronounced a curse on Gehazi, he said that Naaman's leprosy would cleave to him and his seed forever. The curse went straight to the roots of his lineage such that any fellow who came from that lineage would carry the curse. In 2 Kings 2 verses 19 to 22, the men of Jericho came to Elisha to tell him that their city looked beautiful, but they had severe problems. When they brought him the new cruse of salt he requested, he went straight to the source of their river so he could tackle the city's curse from its roots. Child of God, are you experiencing the aftermath of a curse that you or someone in your lineage brought into the family? I speak to the roots of that curse now, and I decree that every inherited curse will cease to function in your life and family from this moment, in Jesus' name. Prayer point. Lord, please remove any curse that might be operating in my family from its roots, in Jesus' name. Thank you for joining today's Open Heaven Daily Devotional. We hope you are blessed. We hope to see you again tomorrow. God bless you.